Hello, guys. Welcome back to Oscar Podcast, where we bring great minds interacting and sharing our views about entrepreneurship, politics, and everything lifestyle. Don't forget to click the like button, share, and subscribe.
This podcast episode is geared towards helping young entrepreneurs who has already started a business and want to grow. Nonetheless, stay tuned and learn these powerful business tips. Mr. Precious, before we dive deep on this topic, first, what's your view on the motive behind most youth's ambition and their quest for success?
Okay, thank you very much for this. For me, what I understand or what I'm seeing is most people that are going to that have the aspiration. I'm not talking about going to entrepreneurship. That have the
Okay.
aspiration of going into business. Most times have been motivated by what people see that successful business people are doing. Like they're being motivated by the vacation, they're being motivated by the cars, and they're being motivated by flexing for some other party,
Yes.
the women and all that. But what they're just showing you is 20% of their life. The 80% of their life that is rooted in hard grinding work and stress, they are not showing you that part, and people are not seeing that. So I think they are being motivated most time by the reward of hard work and not really looking at the entrepreneurship itself, which is the process of taking out time, taking out that discipline to focus 100% of what you are doing. So I feel that they are being motivated to some extent wrongly.
Okay.
Wrongly. So that's just my perspective.
Okay, but I think maybe these motivations they are having still motivation is motivation.
Yes.
You may
I don't know.
yes, I'm just saying, but don't you think it's still like a good thing?
I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but
Yeah.
if you are being motivated by something, you just got to some extent, understand it.
Okay.
Because entrepreneurship tend to be somehow. No, see, at the end of the day, you are going to spend most of your life in the hard work, not on the
Oh yeah,
success.
true.
So if your motivation, if the reason why, maybe it's just like going to school, you are going to school to read, you must write exam.
Yes.
So if you don't put that in your mind that you're going to write exam, you're not going to be focused. Same thing. If you don't put that in your mind that you are going to spend 80% of your time in entrepreneurship working hard and sometimes not seeing results or being ashamed, being people can disrespect you and all that. You're pushing ideas that are not working out.
Yeah.
Then you may end up quitting because you are being motivated by just 20% of what it is in entrepreneurship.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Mr. Famous. So what's your view on the motive behind most youth's ambition and quest for success?
Well, if you see an individual that is not trying to be successful, one may tend to say that the person has issues
Yes.
of things.
Yes.
So I believe that it is natural. If you have studied biology, you talk about the characteristics of living thing,
Yeah.
and one of the major, I think, is one of the major societal characteristics there is competition.
Okay.
The last digit, the last alphabet there, dark competition. So it is natural for individuals to quest for success.
Yeah.
It is a natural thing.
Yeah.
So when you see one that is not trying to quest for it, something is wrong with that person.
Okay.
So that is number one, competition. So another thing is this: a man should be able to quest for this ability in order to succeed in the environment.
Yeah.
Now, like my brother said, which is I think is the secondary attributes that leads to people's motive.
Yeah.
The quest of success,
Yes.
the girls,
The
and
fame,
yes.
yeah, the party.
But I believe it is a quest for survival as a human being. Are you getting me? Except those of them that have a secret to great success. If not, a normal human being that is living on his own, we have that motive to strive to be successful. So success, in my own terms, is diversified. Like it depends on the
relative.
individual.
Yes,
It's
yeah,
relative.
yeah,
Are you getting me? I can say I can have one car and I will tell you that I'm successful
Yeah.
and I'm okay with that.
yeah.
Somebody will have 10 cars and say that no, he doesn't have money, he needs to make more.
Just that.
So I believe it's a natural stuff. Whether you are seeing all these things or you're not seeing it,
Yeah.
there's this genetic makeup in our body that wants us to be successful. The motive, apart from the natural gene in us, the natural characteristics in us that want us to make money.
Yeah.
Apart from that, there is this need for you to be comfortable in life.
Yeah.
Then people want to be comfortable.
Yeah.
Are you getting me?
Yeah.
And I know that there is this issue that my brother said that most times they don't see the real thing. Comfortability is not when you are just there relaxing all the time, flying to abroad, having fun. That is not comfortability. Comfortability is when you are making investment and you're able to take care of yourself and the people around you. Are you getting me? So that's what I believe. The motive can be women, the motive, but I believe the major motive for people to strive to be successful relative to the person is survivor. It's all about survivor. They want to survive.
Thank you very much. You guys gave two solid points that I feel is going to help the viewers. But at this point, we have to go on a break.
Are you looking for where to get affordable, good quality phones and phone gadgets and lovely wares? I have good news for you. Craft Technology, Abraka and Oscraft Clothing are focused towards rendering unique, good quality and affordable products for you, your family and your friends.
Welcome back, guys. So we're going to be talking about employment methods. So, Mr. Precious, what's your take about employment?
Okay, first, entrepreneurship is like this. When you are trying to start up a business, it's mainly about yourself. So that is you. Now, to run a successful business, you can't do it alone by yourself. You have to employ. So, no business, nobody is truly successful and does not have employees. The biggest companies in the world are the ones with the highest numbers of employees. So that's how it is. You have to bring in people that can do the job. So employment method that I'm going to talk about is first, don't employ based on people's capability. Don't employ your friends. Don't employ people that you love. Don't employ people because you are attracted to them. That's an opportunity. In fact, if you want to even build a relationship, go do it outside. Entrepreneurship, the people that you should bring are people that are capable to do what you want them to do. Two things: people that are capable, or people that have the potential that they could be capable to do what you want them to do. So they may not be capable, but you know that this person can. If I teach this person, if this person sees what is required, this person can adapt, this person can reform themselves and be useful. So my employment method is employ based on capability, employ based on merit, employ based on people who have the passion to do what you are doing. So that's it. Employ based on capability and merit. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. But what if someone at that particular moment is not is should they put PT in employment? Because you know that I know it's not supposed to be, right? But there are some situations whereby some persons may really need a job at that particular moment. Do you think it's going to make the business fumble? They may be able to, but at that particular moment, the major aim of working is maybe to help themselves, help their family for some urgent reasons. Do you think it's a good thing? Because a lot of people do employ people like that. Do you think it's a good thing or it's fair?
I think it's fair. Like my partner once said that was about 3-4 years ago. There was a video that he did. He said self-love is not selfishness. So caring about yourself is not bad. But if you truly want to care about yourself, that is one thing I would say. If you really care about yourself, you work hard in a place that you are working. Because if that business should go bankrupt, you yourself, you are losing a job.
Yeah.
So if you see people that are actually dedicated to themselves, they always give their best to what they do because they know that the success of this business is a collective effort of each individual. So it's not a bad motive. the problem now comes out from this question. Problem that now comes out is when maybe the person start earning the salary, or the person needed a job so that the person can feed. Then something now happen within 2 months or so. He met somebody that is providing he or she a huge amount of money.
Yeah.
So what will now happen then? The person will lose motivation. That's why as an entrepreneur, we at Oscraft we always tell people this. Before you come into Oscraft, we'll tell you this. You are not going to work here for the rest of your life. But when you are working here, be great or be average somewhere else. Not low, I mean be average somewhere else. So once you get to that point of you are tired and all that, no problem. We have had people that have worked for a day, and a day. We have had people that have worked for a week and all that. So therefore, be committed. Then once you are no longer committed, or maybe the motivation behind it is no longer there, I think the best thing the person should do is to just better for the sake of the business, because business is very fragile. You just better, leave. So that's it.
Okay. Mr. Famous, please, what's your take on employment method?
Okay. Thank you for the question. I think my brother has said a lot that I would want to see too. But let me kind of go extensively on this employment. This thing that young entrepreneurs, small scale businesses, they feel that they don't need workers because they feel that they can take care of the activities. But I also found out that under test hypothesis that most of the employment done in Nigeria or other region are done by small scale businesses. Are you getting? Because I found out that government cannot provide employment for everybody. They do minute of them. Most of the employed people are employed by small scale businesses.
I think
And
let me
I want to
just add to
use
that. The statistics that was carried out, which showed that in United States, for example, they have over 28 million small scale businesses, and they are responsible for employing more than 50% of the workforce in the United States and generating more than 50% of the GDP of the United States. That we're talking about more than $7 trillion
Right.
for that small scale. So I just want to point that out.
So I want to try to use this opportunity to tell the world that small scale businesses are almost like the bedrock of employment in Nigeria.
Yeah.
The more small scale businesses come out, the more we eradicate this issue of unemployment in Nigeria. Are you getting me? So that's why I want to use this opportunity also to call on the government. I get to extend their hands in any ways they can help these small scale businesses. Then another thing I want to say also is this: as a small scale business owner, you tend to feel that you don't need people to. I get it. That is the issue of payment, because I know why they want to conserve their money.
Yes.
I get it. They want to conserve their money. I'm not trying to say that the moment you just start up a business, you want to go ahead to employ people. No, stabilize yourself, study the business you are doing, then know when to bring in people. But you must be fast. Are you getting me? Because you alone cannot grow a successful business.
Yeah.
Then concerned about the employment of youths, the total number of people employed by the state government is not encouraging. So therefore, we ask the youths, are you getting? Because the people that are growing this small scale business are also youths. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
To eradicate this unemployment in Nigeria, we need more of the youths to go into small scale businesses.
Yeah.
Just as to help the state government or federal government to eradicate the same issue all of us are fighting. But there's one thing I would want to share with the small scale business owners. When you want to start up this thing, we have made that mistake in Oscraft. Have a document, written proposal and a paper for people to sign for contracts. Are you getting me? So it's very important, because we always we want to talk about employment, talk about government, talk about big companies like Apple, Coke. No, as a small scale business owner, treat your business as a company.
Yes.
Are you getting me? Even if you are selling shoe or you are selling granuts, if you want to bring in people, State the contract and agreement. Are you getting? It's very important too. But if you still want to neglect it, with time you find out yourself.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Okay, myself, from what Mr. Precious said, um, and what Mr. Famous said, saying that the small scale business owners, they are really scared of bringing people to them because of payment, salaries, and the rest. What I think these small scale business owners should do is, you will need people. You will definitely need people to grow. Because if you don't have people around supporting your business or helping your business to be faster, you wouldn't grow. Then look for people that are passionate about the kind of business you are doing. Like myself, as I'm in chef, as I'm cooking, besides presenting, as I'm cooking, yeah, I have kitchen assistants and sous chefs. I don't have huge amount of money to pay them during vendorship and the rest, but I know that they are passionate about cooking. So I tend to encourage them as little. Don't use people. It's not good because you still fall back into your business one way or the other because it will not work as they should work. So what you should do is get people that are passionate about the business that you are doing, and then even if they're putting their mind to it, appreciate them the little you can, and give them the best that you would be able to give as a business owner. So with these tips, we'll be going on a short break.
Right on a platter. Me nah get time for no violence, so me say peace out your bladder. But that thing you the yan come back and for my front, them on your father. Been on the road long time, sway me must make this moolah proper. And even if I fail, sometimes me gotta go again, me can be a flopper. Delicious across borders, so my family never ever borders.
So we are heading to leadership versus control. Mr. Precious, please, what's your take on leadership?
Okay, first I want to talk about my own system of leadership. Maybe different, or there could be a slight difference between some perspective.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about my own system of leadership, which is both of them. I use both of them. So my leadership pattern is this. First, when you come in, if we're talking about running a successful business now, when somebody comes in, the first thing I do is I work with motivation. Try to motivate, try to make you see the reasons, try to make you get the passion. That's me personally. I'm not encouraging anybody to use that tactic, but I'm just sharing my own view. I motivate, try to make you see the reason, give you that time to see if you can, buckle up and just be positive. Then from there, if the person continues, because most times people pick it. We have seen people in Oscraft that were not serious with their life. Then when they came in, they saw what we were doing. Some of them didn't even want to go. They don't want to leave, not because they need the money, but at some point in their time, maybe they don't need the money anymore, but they just love the passion that we have at Oscraft and our standard. So they just want to be here. That is why some people are also coming as well. But my own system is first I motivate you, give you that passion and everything. Then if you don't pick that, I go over to instruction. That's me. So the next thing I will say is I'll come up and be like, you do this, you do that, you do this. I may not even be giving you reasons or motivation anymore. I just expect you to do it. And what I do is, if you don't do it, I wear you out. Like, I just make sure I just keep on repeating it to the point that you get tired of me or possibly leave me. So that's just it. That's that one. Then from leadership, I move to control. So I use both of them. Leadership and control. The next one is, I beg, please, you can go your way. So my system is leadership 50%, control 50%, but it's relative. I may be applying leadership on A because of A's character. I'm applying control on B because of B's character. And I'm letting another C lead because of C's character. So it's not because I'm controlling the person and I want the person to leave. No, I'm giving the person time. I'm still trying to observe it. Let's see if we can work things out. So that's my take on leadership versus control.
Okay, to some extent, I believe I've been in a position where I have to. Yeah. So in situations whereby, because a lot of people, not like they are adamant, but there are some situations where, we are discussing about after employment, the people you now have around you during your workers now. There are some people that are not like they're adamant, but to some extent they may be slow to some extent. Yeah. I've worked with people like that. I am still working with people like that. You keep repeating the same thing, you keep repeating the same thing. The person may be good in some other aspects, but you keep repeating the same thing. Now, what then do you tend to tell? What do you think they should do to help the situation? I don't know if there's a solution, But I believe this should be a very crucial tip. So what then do you think? Because me, I still need it too. What then do you think they should do?
I think from the question, if I get your point very correctly,
Yeah.
now people that need help, that's what you're talking about.
No.
People that need help
People
for them
that-
to function well.
Yeah, people you are working with, but they keep repeating the same,
Now-
maybe the same mistake. Yeah.
The example that I use is somebody that is slow. I've discovered one thing: people that are slow are sometimes the most efficient people. People that are slow, they are diligent at what they do.
Okay.
I'm not talking about slow. Most problems that you people have, business owners have with employees, are people that just give issues. Let me give an instance. Let's say you are moving from Abraka to Benin. You can take through this route and go to Benin. You can go through this route and go to Benin. Some people that have made up their mind, if the destination of the business is Benin, they want to take through this route, regardless of where the business owner wants the business to go, the direction. And the Bible said a house divided among itself cannot stand. We have to be united. We have to have one direction. So most time in business, I've seen people that are slow. If they are slow, you just have to just give them time. Some people are not that audible. They are not audible, but they persevere in communicating with the customer. They just persevere. You see them. They just keep on doing it, keep on doing it. They are slow, but they are trying their best, which is still okay because they will still produce results. The problem falls back to the people that just want to somehow they just want to take it to another format that it's not for the betterment of the business.
Yeah.
So it's not about being slow. Slow people are sometimes okay, because they can take more time, but they will produce results.
Yeah. Okay. Before I get to Mr. Famous, yeah, I'm trying to think on the audience. Now, we've been discussing mainly on business, sales, and business. What about people that do hard labor? Like, for instance, people that carry concrete, and maybe you are not like teaching them how to mix a cement. But this person is very good in molding, is very good in everything that the person is doing, but at his job. But most likely, when he wants to, you have told him mix the cement before you, but he keeps till date, he keeps mixing something else. Do you think we should sack the person, or we should like take the person on probation, or like what would you now do at that situation?
What I would say is two things. First, as a business owner, it's your choice. If you have enough resources to not to waste, if you have enough resources that you can say you stay here in this position.
Okay.
You understand? Which is what big companies do.
Yeah.
That's what they do. They have somebody that is just saddled with the responsibility of opening the door.
Okay.
But as a small scale business, you don't have that resources. And you don't have that enough platform to be doing all those things. So as a small scale business, you need somebody that can multitask, somebody that can open the door, attend, sweep, and do all the things. So at that point in time, it's for you to decide. Do you want if the person is so efficient, because I've seen some people that are very efficient at one particular thing.
Yeah.
You will just see them, they are just very efficient. You can keep the person.
Yeah.
But if you know that there is no space for that person, the person is not a bad person. You yourself is not a bad person. The person, there's another place that is waiting for that person, not your particular business. That is one thing that people don't understand. People sometimes think that because maybe if they leave a particular business that the business will crumble. No, it will not crumble. Also, people sometimes think that when people leave them, that their life is useless. No, it's not true. People can leave you and still be successful. And people can still leave your business and your business will still go. So it's two ways. It's two ways.
Okay. That's very solid. Mr. Famous, please, what's your take on leadership versus control?
Yeah, I said a lot. But I just want to chip in just one idea. As a leader who is also in control, yes, because the leader has the control.
Yes.
You may have an idea as an employee, but you may be afraid to exercise it because the control belongs to the leader. There's one thing I will endure them to do, which is taking the lead. Leaders should take the lead. They should set a pace. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
Let me say you are a mechanic. You work on engines and the rest.
Yeah.
You don't just come and make direction all the time. Do. Are you getting me? I think sometimes you have to exercise the action, do the work. Let me say, for example, in Housecraft, there is something, hardly will you see anything in Housecraft that people do that we don't know how to do. In fact, as an employee, knowing fully well that your employer knows how to do this thing they are doing, you will not focus.
Yes.
Are you getting me?
Yeah.
You're not trying to intimidate him of all sorts because he knows how to do it. So I believe as an entrepreneur or as a leader, always be the first to take the action. And there is also a motivation to the employees. Are you getting? When they know that you know how to do this thing, when they're going to get stained. They're going to get drenched. When they see that you are drenched working, they will see that our guy has done it too, or my boss has done it too. They'll be motivated to go in to do it. So I believe we should set a pace. As a leader, set a pace. Then also control. That area of control, what I love it also is this. Most times, employees, they come from their houses with one or two emotional issues. They don't know how to deal with it. We don't blame them. Are you getting me? One of the ways to pull them out from that prison of emotional imbalance is to control them. They may get angry, but they will yield results after a while. So it's very important. Let's just take the lead when we are doing something as leaders.
That's very nice. I think most of what you said drew my attention to something. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have experienced this. There's these issues that leaders usually have when it comes to their businesses, like being extremely strict and being nice. I believe young entrepreneurs, I don't know if you guys have started employing, when they'll be like, if you are too free, they take advantage of it. But if you are too strict, it may tend to make you lose your workers. So what do you think should be able to solve that situation? Because some persons, their work environment can be their space of happiness if the boss is really really free and is very nice, but at the same time it's still like a bad thing to people because they may think, oh, they're going to take advantage of it. At the same time, some people, when they're going to work, they're already pissed because they know that they're going to work like this. It's too much of noise, too much of anger, and too much of it. I know it needs to be balanced, but what do you think? Yeah.
I believe he's the right person to first air his view on this because that is it.
Okay.
He's both at the same time very nice and he produces results. So want to hear.
Okay.
So for me, I believe you have to be both.
Okay.
I joke a lot.
Yeah.
As when I was in school, I used to talk a lot. Are you getting me? And most girls used to take advantage of that. These guys used to talk at me. I don't like that. So what I did was we have go books. We have been having go books for years now. So when I wake up in the evening before that day, I will just read the Bible, listen to motivation. Famous, that's my name. Don't talk to people.
I used to do that.
So I write it down. So when I see people that they push me to talk, I want to talk. Once I remember I don't want to fail that assignment that I gave to myself yesterday, I will not want to talk. So it really affected me because I stopped talking. Not as if I don't, but I just stopped talking. They like, because if you don't talk, they respect you. I found out that in school.
It's part of the laws of power.
Yes.
They said you introduce cases
to
to
end power.
respect.
Yeah, to end respect and power.
Yes.
So I stopped talking in the school. I talk to my main friends, bro. Like normal random person that is a friend, I just see we just talk and keep quiet. And especially when I know that I'm supposed to talk, I don't talk. I so much love the vibe that I'm going to my house that I not talk too much. And nobody say I'm talkative. So when we started the business, started growing, and one of the ways we used to employ is this. We look at, like my brother said, how do you put it? Say, hire for character. how do you put
That
that?
is based on merit,
Okay,
capability.
hire based on merit. Are you getting me? But you say there's one statement I made when they say you hire for character and train the person. Something like
Yeah.
train the person with his
If you
skills.
have potential.
Yeah, potential. Like you hire with the person's character,
Yeah.
but you train the person
Mm.
to have the skills that you want the person to have.
Yes.
One of the things that we do in Oscraft employment is we don't employ people that are psycho, people that don't have respect for people. Are you getting me? So it makes me free. Ask my brother, ask my partner. It makes me so free because I'm a jovial person. I talk a lot. Now I'm a free person. I want to be myself. I want to enjoy myself because this is my enjoyment. So when I notice that this is a rude person in the workplace, oh, and I don't, I know I talk a lot, but if you get me upset, that is you are doing the wrong thing at the wrong time. You are doing the wrong thing at the right time. I will get angry with you. Are you getting me? But when I started feeling that you're trying to take advantage of this
Yeah.
my nature that I'm always jovial, I just tell my partner, I want this person out of this place. But I'm trying to make you feel that yes, it's kind of enjoyment.
Yeah.
Let's
You're
enjoy
comfortable in
it. Because there's some people that I know when they came to this our business, they have a lot in their head. They are passing through a lot. But sometimes when I pass through, I see them smiling. If a man looking at me passing, I'll just do one or two action. I will not talk with them. They will just be smiling. I will free them from that thing. But another thing, I still love it too. It's not as if I'm just doing it for them. I just love that action. That I am myself. Then when I'm going back to my house, I will know I've fulfilled all the activity that I love being happy all the time.
Okay.
But like I said, it's an advice to employees. They should not take the goodness of their employers.
To end the period.
But another thing again, you cannot be 100% good in business. My brother represented that side. Sorry to say that he's very strict with our people. But me, sometimes when I see me act as I will come, I dilute the place. I come and make fun.
Yeah.
I beg. I
And
get it.
it's a good thing.
And so, but the worst thing, he can get angry, but he cannot get angry more than I can get to. I used to.
Yeah.
If when I become angry, you will know. Because I used to boy. Especially when you are doing something that will make us to lose money. Because in all scrap, number one rule is don't lose money.
Number
Second,
two, don't lose money.
don't forget that number one rule. So once you do that, I will flare. You know, you see like this. Because that's my nature. But you see enjoyment forever and ever. I cannot stop it. I cannot stop it.
I'm adding that rule to my rule.
I
Don't
think
lose money.
I think there was a point that you talked about. You said during employment that you don't employ people that are kind of sometimes have the possibility of being rude, not just to us, but to not just to the customers, their colleagues. There's a contract that I was drafting. I was drafting. That was 2 days ago. I showed you. I said I stated it clearly. Do not be rude to your colleague. Do not be rude to Oscar staff. To the people that want to bring in. Now the that is on one perspective. I remember there was one time we were doing employment. A girl was working in there is room between pride and energy. So when she was walking in, she came in with so much pride. Two things that I just knew. The door is wide enough for her to pass. But somehow she was acting as if her back is hooking, like her back is too long that it's hooking on it. So you just know, oh, this person is thinking with this thing. So she sat down and she was talking about she's doing her masters and all that. But at the end of the day, we just saw that she's somebody that will be okay if maybe she's working in the midst of people within her capability. But bringing her to an environment that you have with OND, with HND, and she's doing her masters, from her actions and everything, you see that she will not really be comfortable there. So going back to the actual question, which is being nice versus being strict, not to be too strict and not to be over nice that people are taking advantage of it. Two ways. For example, somebody like me, I like to function based on this is the task I need to get done. I want to get it done. So I wake up in the morning, I go through what is expected of me to do that day. all I just want to do is to do it, to get it done. And sometimes I may not necessarily, you were talking about I'm strict. No, not necessarily that I'm strict, but I just want to get these things done. I just have that high sense of urgency. So it now makes me to like, sometimes people, staff thinks that I'm too strict because I'm like asking you, have you done this? Then you say, I will do it, which is one of the things I don't like. Then 2 minutes or 1 hour, I can walk up to you and I'll still ask you, have you done it? I'm not going to like, oh, let me just give you time. I'll ask you again, have you done it? Say you have not, I can ask you again after 5 minutes again. So I just want it done because I'm somebody that if I don't work on things I need to work on, I feel very sad whenever I get home. And imagine sleeping and you are sad. That is me because I go through whatever is expected of me at night. I take what I've achieved, then mark those things I've not achieved bad. Then imagine I'm marking a lot of things bad and I'm sleeping. It makes me just feel sad. So imagine that kind of a feeling. So I don't want to feel that
Yeah.
sad. So that is one of the reasons why sometimes I just want everybody to just focus. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. So sometimes it could be too stressful on the staff sometimes.
Yeah.
But I just say let them just manage me the way I am.
At least.
Then they should
yeah.
enjoy my partner the way he is. So if I sometimes tend to be too strict, they should manage me. Then when they see him happy, they should manage him too. Then sometimes, because this is one thing, if you make some mistakes, him himself can react to the point that he's very angry. You understand? Which me, I may not react to that level of anger, but I'm just all about okay getting things done. So I can
Yeah.
easily see things that are offensive to me
Yeah.
because I want to result.
It's a good thing that both of you are running this business. So we have
Yes.
strict and balance.
You know, so that is true.
That is balance.
Okay, balance. All right. So
Okay.
let's go on a short break.
Hello guys, welcome to Oscraft Clothing, where we give you the best quality and unique male wears for affordable prices. And we have designers like t-shirts, jackets, leather shorts for you guys, up and down, quality one for the matter. Hey, we have wristwatches, glasses. Check out my eyeglass now. I got it from Oscraft Clothing. No other place than Oscraft Clothing. And please do where to shop from us today. And we are located at the plaza opposite NET Junction. Just climb upstairs and you will see us there. We're ready for you guys. Bye.
Welcome back, guys. So we're heading on to how to get loan. I believe you guys have money issues and you want to get loan. So, Mr. Precious, how do business owners get loan?
Okay, first I would like to emphasize on the fact that we are restricting this to people that have already started up a business.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I'm not talking about
How to-
those that have not started a business at all, how to get loan. We have discussed that before in our
Okay,
previous
yeah.
podcast.
Okay,
So
okay.
please listen to it, watch our previous podcast. So we are talking about those that are running a business, how do you get loan? I just want to share with you some few tips. Number one, if you are running a business, like my partner was saying, even though he's selling of shoes, even though he's frying of akara, I will encourage you go and register that business. Talking about the part on getting loan, go and register that business. Then once it's registered, go and open a corporate account. Your individual account is not counting for you. That your personal account that you have is not counting for you. The only one that counts is your corporate account. So, and for you to own a corporate account, you have to register the business. So, register the business, open a corporate account. Don't act, there is this is one thing about coming from school system. You are in school, your account officer, you don't know your account officer. Sometimes in school, you have people that were in school, they don't even know the HOD, they don't know this thing, they are not concerned with the school, they just go and write exam and pass. It's okay. But when it comes to the real world, it's different. When you want to open that corporate account, open it in a bank close by. Then make sure you know your account officer. Know your account officer. Look for a way to know the people in the bank and all that. Then from there, as time goes by, if your turnover that you are doing in that particular bank is okay, after some time they will start giving you loan. So far that you can maintain it.
Yeah.
So if you are maintaining it, they will start with small. Then if they give you small, they see it can be improving. So that's one of the ways to get loan. Number two is to get people to invest, which is we're talking about venture capitalists, people that can give you money. So this could be family members, this could be friends, this could be anybody around you. So what you do is first you have to make sure that your business, you are serious with it, because that's the only reason why people invest their money. You are serious with it, then you offer them a good return. Don't be selfish. Success is grows faster when you share it. When you concise it to just yourself, then you don't grow. The richest people, like I was talking about, the richest people on planet Earth are almost the people with the highest numbers of employees. Or highest numbers of employees. Yeah, Davido said you rise by lifting others. So it's about helping others. So the people that you know that you are going to meet for investment, don't just go and meet somebody, even though the person is your friend, the person is your relative, you want to meet the person for loan. Don't just present, please give me this money, and then after some time I'll give you back the money. Present a term, if you can, a documented agreement that says this will be your benefit for this investment. So those are my 2 points.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Precious. So famous. How do business owners that started a business get loan?
Okay, thank you for the question. As a small scale business owner, you need money to grow. And one of the best ways, because my brother has said a lot, in fact, in this economy, getting money or getting loan is always hard.
Yes.
The restriction put on it is too much. Are you getting me? Loans are readily available, but to access it is always hard. If not, if you go to banks, there are loans, terms of loans, a lot, but you cannot get it because of the strict conditions guiding taking the money from the bank. So I believe one of the best way to be qualified for loan in the bank is how you run your business, the standard of your business. Even if it's small, create a standard for yourself. Create a standard for the business. Because if you don't have it, you don't have anything to look at. My brother said that, my partner said that you have to register your business, very important. When you register your business, you have to open up a corporate account. And then you run it successfully. It's very important. You cannot have, let me say you are running a business, you open up a corporate account, and let me say you're having good turnover, and then you always spread the money to different accounts. It cannot grow the potential of the account.
Yeah.
Are you getting me? You cannot use your mouth and come and tell the bank that I do 1 million naira in a month. You don't have the right. It is when they check your account that they know that you have done 1 million naira turnover. Are you getting me? So, but if you are spreading your money in different accounts, you may not be able to come out with facts that you are doing well. Are you getting me? You have to do well first. If I thought bank officials or bank manager will listen to you, they will need to pass through your accounts. How you doing? Are you doing well?
Consistent.
That is the standard you need to build. Are you getting me? Be one place. If you are in UBA, be in UBA. If you are in Zenith, be in Zenith. As far as you are doing a business, focus on it and make sure you. That's if you want to get loan from it. But as a matter of fact, for you to grow, you need a loan. Like it's also said.
That I just want to chip in some. That point that I was saying is very important of staying at it. Do you know that even some of all these online banks, they also give out loan, like OP.
Yes.
If you are consistent, you don't need to even go with any document. If you are consistent with that particular account, you can use that account to access a loan. So let's say maybe you are somebody that is into business and you are using a particular online bank, you are using it and you are very consistent with it, you access some certain loans. From that distance.
That was what I was trying to say. Because we're not gonna lie to you, we've benefited from opening.
Yes.
Are you getting me? But exposure is also very important. Very important. But we started benefiting from OP because of the number of money we are doing with them. We benefited a lot, and they do their loan for 3 months. Once he is exhausted, we activate another one. Very simple. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
And we have a lot of ways to get. If you are just open, or if you have a lot of problem in your on your desk, and you know that the only way to solve that problem is money, you start thinking far. Are you getting me? How we manage to know that OP can give us money? We not go to OP, we not go to anybody. We just open the app, search, we saw loan, blah, we tap, they give us money. The money was credited to us immediately, and we make sure we are consistent, because there's what they call bad loan or bad debt. I don't know what they call it. Like, they are not paying, but we make sure we always have money in that OP for them to deduct, because they normally deduct their money
deduct it by
every week.
themselves.
I get it. We don't know, but we know calculation that they are taking the money.
Yeah.
So what I want to say is the highest thing I can tell you as a small scale business owner is to build a standard. I get it. If you build a standard, you will see people coming, or you see banks saying, "Can I do this thing? Okay, can we just look at this project together? Let's not share the money." Are you getting me? But
Yes.
if you don't have a standard, nobody will give you money, and that is the reason why the loan in Nigeria are not readily available, because of the criteria. Are you getting me? It takes for you to access the money. Most people are so disorganized that they cannot stick to one thing or what they have promised. So build a standard and you will benefit from it. Thank you so much.
For partners like you guys, I know I picked out something from the team. You said opening a business account, which is like a corporate account. Now, how then do you guys now? I want you guys to explain to people how then do you guys make the account confidential, that as in you guys will not have issues of money or splitting of the bills or whatnot. How, if you guys have a corporate account, the accessibility, how can both of you be able to assess and keep records of what we are going to spend, the net profit, the gross profit, and stuff like that?
So if I believe, that means you are talking about for people that are going into business in partnership.
Yes.
I don't mean people that are just going by themselves.
Yes,
Because
yes,
if you are
yes.
going by yourself, it's more of like you are still running your own account.
Yes,
But
yes.
it's just a corporate account.
Yes.
So now they are charging you for the charge. They do
Oh.
this thing. What is it called? At the end of the month, there's a particular money they remove from your account.
Maintenance.
Not just maintenance. There's a certain amount of money you do. There are sometimes they can take up to like 50,000 naira from your account.
Even more than
In a month. That's not about running a corporate account. You are the one that is paying the bank
Pay them to maintain your
to
account.
maintain your account, because it's a business
So the
account.
account
It's
is heavily
And the-
protected.
and the stamp duty on it sometimes will be heavy. On a day like this, you can just be seeing 1,200, 1,000, or that. But that's not to discourage you from opening it.
Okay.
So when you mean for those that are going into partnership, now
Yes.
the account has rules on how you want it to be used. There is either or. There is a partnership. There is what you can sign on. Nobody can access the money without both of you signing.
Okay.
So if there is a good understanding,
Yeah.
the business partners can say, okay, one person can easily access the account. But without
That's
another
either or,
person.
that's
So
either
that
or.
means you can access the account, but it's monitored by two persons. So for
Okay.
example, like our corporate account I have access to, he has access to on a different access, like a different password. Or we can both access it. Then whatever amount that is coming in, I'm seeing it, is seeing it. Whatever amount that is leaving, I'm seeing it, is seeing it. You understand? But there are also some terms that you can say no money can leave without the accreditation from the that person. So that's why they have token for corporate account.
Okay.
The that person, in case in that kind of a situation, if maybe you don't want your partner to be taking money out without permission, that they do it for both of you to work on it, they will do it. If you go to some companies, there are some companies that managers access some account. If you grow, if you want to grow, you should. If you are running a big business, there must be managers accessing accounts.
That's
But
it.
that is just the plain truth. That's just the plain truth. If you are running a big business, so it's grade by grade.
So we've given you guys a lot of tips on how to run a successful business or to run a successful entrepreneurs. I believe you guys have learned something from this podcast today. I'm so glad you guys are still tuned, and I urge you guys to anticipate for our next episode. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This is Oscar Podcast.